DreAllDay.com.
DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is a question. Are you really giving it your best? Are you really trying your best? I was just in a conversation, I was having a sales conversation with somebody just yesterday from the day that I'm recording this, and this person was saying their challenge was their business is not generating the kind of money that they want to generate, and they were saying, well, you know, and they started rationalizing, which is what happens a lot of times when when they realize that whatever solution they thought they had, they might not be able to execute on, so they start rationalizing how their previous behavior that they already know does not work, how that previous behavior could somehow, like a magic trick, all of a sudden start working when they already know that it doesn't work. And this person started saying, well, you know, I'll just try my best to keep doing what I've been doing and, you know, hopefully get the result that I want to get. All right, first of all, that is a formula for failure. It's a formula for mediocrity at best. It's a formula for failure at worst, and most of the time you end up failing with that formula. And the bigger picture here, what I want to talk about this daily motivation, is when you say something like, I'm trying my best, I'm giving my best effort, you need to really examine that and ask yourself if that's really what you're doing. Because the human brain is the most powerful tool known to man. And if you put your brain to anything and you completely focus on that thing to the exclusion of everything else, the opportunity cost is everything you're not focused on, you probably will achieve that outcome. Now, some of you may listen to that and say, well, Dre, if that's the case, then why don't I have this, and this? It's because you're focusing on more than one thing at a time. So you don't have your brain focused on one task. That's the reason why you're not able to get that one thing done, because you're dividing your focus between multiple things. If you focus on one thing, you will get that one thing done. It was said that Casanova, who was not Casanova the rapper, I'm talking about Casanova the lover, who's had many stories and fairy tales told about his ability to seduce women into affairs and things like that. That Casanova from way back in the day, that Casanova, that anytime he was involved with a woman, he put his complete focus just on the object of his desire, which was the woman that he was dealing with, and that's why he was so successful. That's how he became known who he was as Casanova. And there was a time when Casanova had gotten incarcerated. He got locked up in a prison, and all he focused on day and night was how to escape from the prison. And he did actually escape from the prison. And the point being not that he was so amazingly skilled and better than everybody else, is because he put his complete focus on one thing. That's why he was able to achieve the one thing he was focused on. The reason many of you can't achieve something because you are focused on more than one thing, and then asking yourself, well, why am I not getting these 6 things all done? I'm focused on all of them. Well, you can't focus on 6 things at the same time. You got to pick one. That's the limitation of human focus, that you have to focus on one thing at a time if you're going to get maximum output from that thing that you're focused on, or from anything that you're doing. So when it comes back to this point of I'm trying my best, for you to try your best, let me tell you what the requirements are. First of all, you have to be focused on only one thing to the exclusion of everything else. So if you are focused on more than one thing, you are not trying your best on any of them, because you are giving your focus is divided. All right, that's number one. So that right there, 97% of you I took care of just with that point right there. Because you're not going to be great at more than one thing at the same time. All right, this is why a lot of athletes, they're trying to make music, and either their music sucks or their performance as a player gets worse, because you can't focus on 2 things at once. We ain't got to say no names. You just name somebody and yeah, them. Secondly, for you to be trying your best, that means you need to be putting all of your resources, time, money, attention, energy, and focus into making sure you're putting them towards the best possible outcomes you can get from this thing that you're focused on, which means no wasted time, no wasted money, no diverted attention. Your focus is completely where it needs to be, and you are putting all your energy towards achieving the outcome in this thing, keeping in mind that the human brain is the most powerful tool known to man. So if you focus your brain on anything, your mental energy on anything, you will achieve that outcome. Now, it might not happen as fast as you want it to happen, but it's inevitably going to happen, because the brain is the most powerful tool you have. So there's nothing else you can put towards it that can be more effective or more efficient than your brain. So when you say to yourself, I'm trying my best, or I'm going to try my best, then what you're pretty much saying by what I'm explaining here is that you're definitely going to achieve the outcome in that thing. The caveat is you can't try your best at more than one thing at once. So the decision that you have to make here is, where do you want to focus right now? What's the thing right now? Once that's done, then you can go to the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing. Challenge many of you have is that you're trying to do more than one thing at once, and then you're wondering why none of them are working out. That's the problem. And let's remember what the word decision is. The root word of decision, it comes from incision. What's an incision? It means to make a cut. So the word decision is describing the fact that you're going to cut off every other possible option of what you could possibly do. And you're only going to focus on the thing that you're doing. And this right here, limiting your focus, narrowing your focus to a specific area, this is the thing that many of you never do. And this is the reason why many people only half attain, or you just completely fail in whatever you're trying to do in life. And this is the tragedy of life here, is that many people never put their full focus on anything, never make a decision to just focus on a specific area. Also, when it comes to this decision, the reason that this is so challenging for us in today's world is because with all the electronic technology we have and all the things that we could pay attention to, is very, very difficult for a lot of us to just focus on one thing at a time, because we have so many possible distractions out there. You understand that distractions only exist when there's an absence of focus. A distraction is not something that pops up. Like if I'm driving right now, so if there's a bunch of people on the side of the road clapping and holding up signs, that doesn't necessarily have to be a distraction for me. Because if I ignore them and I just focus on talking to y'all or focus on driving on the road, then those people are not a distraction. Now, if I start paying attention to them and trying to see if I know somebody or reading what they say, what their signs say, now it becomes a distraction because I'm putting my attention on it. Understand that a distraction is simply the absence of focus. So if you want to get focused, all you have to do is choose your object of focus and put all your attention on that thing, and there are no distractions. As soon as you lose that focus, now you have distractions. Anything can be a distraction if you decide to put your attention and focus on it. But when the focus is there, distractions completely go away. And the difference between focus and attention is the direction you're looking. Focus is what you're actually noticing. So you could be looking at somebody and not really listening to what they're saying, right? You ever did that before, like in school? You're looking at the teacher and she's talking, but you're not even picking up anything that she's saying. Or you're reading a book and you notice like the last 3 pages you can't even remember what they said because your brain was somewhere else. That's the difference between attention and focus. You can put your attention somewhere but not really be focused. So with all that said, the whole point here is for this daily motivation. Are you trying your best? If you're really trying your best, that means you're only focused on one thing that you're trying your best at, one thing at a time, not 2, not 3, not 10. And number 2, your 5 forms of investment, time, money, attention, energy, and focus are all directed towards that thing. If you are doing that, it is inevitable that you will achieve your desired outcome. It's inevitable. It's guaranteed. Why? Because you're using the most powerful tool we have, which is the brain. There's nothing else you could possibly put towards it that can work better than putting your brain on something. So next time you tell yourself you're trying your best, hold yourself accountable to this test that I just gave you, and don't lie to yourself if you're not doing it. Work on your game. Dre, oh yeah, my daily motivation text message. I send that out for free every day to everybody in my text community. The message that I send in a text is different than the message in the video, because obviously a text message is not going to be a 9-minute video. Text me at my number 305-384-6894 every day. When I send that motivation text out, you'll be getting it. Secondly, Work on Your Game University. That's where I do all my coaching, all my courses, all my high-level trainings and frameworks are there. Go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. The link to both of those are down below in the description. I'll see you tomorrow. And oh, yo, one more thing. I keep signing off without telling you everything. Make sure y'all do all the YouTube stuff. Hit the notification bell. Like this video. Subscribe to the video. Share the video. What's the other thing? Comment on the video. Let me know what you like best about this. What are you going to do different today based on what you heard in this video? And make sure you're subscribed, because this is the daily motivation. So every day, daily motivation video is going to be dropping here on YouTube. And that's that. Everybody have a great day. Work on your game. Dre all day.